today with the lovely Loui, and we are going to walk through, if you are doing a Christmas sort of cocktail and canapé party this festive season, we've got you covered. A really great event or experience or party, or whatever you want to call it, gathering of people, is the sum of 1,000 small gestures. And what I mean by that, without sounding too wanky, is that you've just got to consider all the small little details that collectively make the overall experience. The temperature of the room. You don't want to have people round and it be too chilly that people feel like they can't comfortably take off their jacket. The scent of the room, the playlist. Don't just put your iPod on shuffle and think the Prince followed by Ed Sheeran followed by Nickelback is going to rock it. So I always say the starting point should be pick a theme, and I don't mean something overt and tacky, I mean something subtle. So it might be a colour, a season, a flavour, a country. If it's Christmas, that you can even break that down further. So you can either go crazy kitsch retro Christmas, or you can go Nat King Cole old school Christmas.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be overstaged, overthought and overstyled, but if that's the kind of starting point, and from that you run through all your decisions and say, right, does that match that? No. I might love ridiculous polar bears, but I'm kind of going for more of a kind of 1920s kind of vibe. That doesn't work, so we'll put him away and we'll bring him out next year. My pet peeve is a menu that's really confused, and what I mean by that is you have an entree that's sort of like an Asian-inspired entree, and then you have a main that's sort of like Italian, and then you go into kind of Middle Eastern desserts. With Christmas, as I said, it tends to be, people tend to kind of go with a traditional.
Yeah.
So if rosemary is a big flavour, then, you know, do some rosemary infused honey. And for your dessert, add that in.
Rosemary cocktails.
Exactly,
rosemary.
like we have here.
Yeah.
Rosemary in your cocktails. And not only that, you've got the scent of it. I mean, it's a really familiar scent.
And it's very Christmassy, isn't it?
Totally, it's gorgeous. You can have a sprig of rosemary tied with a bit of brown string and have that around your napkin, or a bit of velvet string. Weave it in your centrepiece.
And when you do your centrepiece, like what goes into it? Because obviously you want it to look amazing and incorporate, as we spoke about, the theme, but you obviously need space as well for dishes. And how do you go about doing your centerpieces or your table displays?
So when it comes to table styling, there are a few rules that I always stick by. The first one is what we just talked about, and that's sort of theme. So make sure whatever your subtle theme is at the centerpiece of the table styling kind of sticks to that. Secondly, you've got to think about practicality of space. It's all good and well going absolutely nuts, but if you've not got space for the food, then that's just ridiculous.
I always tend to go heavy on the Christmas decks, and then there's absolutely no room for the food. And you're like, or drinks, it's just like you're overfaced.
If you've got big platters and things coming out, I always suggest doing some simple styling on the table, and maybe incorporating a side table, a sideboard, or an additional piece of furniture. And also you've got to think about height. So again, I've been to so many events where people have had table styling pieces that are ridiculous. Florals that are yay high, candlesticks, and you cannot see through them and see past them. And the last point I would say is about symmetry. So nothing I do is overstaged or overstyled. I like to go for relaxed above fussy.
Yeah.
However, the eye is naturally drawn to things that have balance. So if you, as a starting point, look at your table as a whole, split it in half and try and gently mirror what's on one side to the other side.
Yeah.
So I always start at the centre point and build out. So whatever your centrepiece may be, and as we've done today, we've done a kind of wreath and candles and that sort of thing, and then you have your greenery coming out and your foliage, whatever it might be, and then any elements of height, or try and mirror what's going on this side to this side, even if it's sort of slightly unsubtly, because as a whole, the eye will look at that and it will be pleasing. Anything kind of really lopsided is jarring.
Yeah.
So there you have it. that is it. The table is all set, and if you are having Christmas drinks with friends, casual get together, hopefully we've given you some ideas of how you can do that really wonderfully well in your own home. Anything that you've missed, all the recipes and all the little tips are going to be available at chapel-lane.com. So if we were not making any sense at any point, go check that out because it's all online. So that said, there's nothing else for us to do, Loui. Thank you so much for helping me out today.
Lovely.
So before guests arrive,
Yeah.
you can just sit down, have a little
Oh, we
relax,
deserve this. We worked
enjoy
so
your
hard.
hard work, and just have a little sip of festive Baileys.
Ah,
There you go, madame.
cheers.
Till next time.
Well done us.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.